Hi everybody, I'm Paul from Canadian Woodworks and Legacy Lumber, and this is number 2 in the series from the Hacker Files. In this one, it's a goodie. We'll be carving the underside of my Stephen Harris chair using an angle grinder, a Kutzall wheel, a rotary rasp with a Kutzall burr, and then by hand with a hand rasp. So I really hope you enjoy the video. This is truly an old one. This is probably 7 to 8 years old. So enjoy the video.
Here I'm using my medium grit Kutzall shaping wheel on a standard angle grinder, a rigid brand actually from Home Depot. I'm sculpting out the undersides of the seats to give some flowing curves to them. And first I draw on my lines to where I want to go and start removing the material. It goes pretty quick, and I work my way down to the line with a taper from the center of the seat down to the line. At this point I'm able to smooth the leg joint transition into the seat as well. From here I'm going to use the air die grinder again with another Kutzall spinning wheel in it, which has about a 3/8 radius. They have larger and smaller ones. I like this one because it's fairly long. It's close to 1 3/4 inches long, and I'm able to really fine tune the rounded edges that flow from the seat to the legs. These legs have a lot of hand shaping to them, so the initial shaping is done with a router bit, but to get the shape that I need to get, it can't be really done with a router bit unless I spent 2 weeks, setting up some jigs and figuring it out that way. But instead I decided to hand shape it because that's what I'm comfortable with and that's what I know. I'm now switching back to the angle grinder, which has the Kutzall shaping wheel on it. To remove the bulk of material on the back of the leg, these legs have a unique shape that really transfers straight through down the back side of the joint. The radius continues all the way through. It does taper from the bottom of the leg to the top of the leg, from about a 7/8 of an inch round over to a small leg right at the top. It's almost full round over all the way around. So here I use the angle grinder again to remove just the initial bulk of material, and then I'm going to go with a hand rasp after this stage, and then I can finally go to the sanding. I did do a few of the pieces where I went from the Kutzall wheel directly to sanding, but spending the extra 3 to 5 minutes per leg with the hand rasp really saves time on the sanding. It just takes away those deeper grooves that the shaping wheel gives you. Then again, just like on the front legs, I go back to my air die grinder, which has the Kutzall rotary rasp in there, again just to fine tune all the curves that transition from the seat into the leg and just slightly up the leg into the tapered radius that goes from the bottom to the top of the leg. So now I have it clamped on my table, which is slightly lower, which gives me a little better leverage and a better eye view of what I'm trying to shape. And I'm just removing the really deep grinding marks that the Kutzall wheel leaves, and of course it's a fully round tapered cherry leg here, so you're not going to get it perfect with a spinning wheel on an angle grinder, but definitely spending 3 minutes 5 minutes per leg with the hand rasp really cleans it up a lot and gets you to that final shape that you want to get to before sanding. I've now sanded the curves at the bottom of the seat and the top of the joints. You can see the nice fair smooth transitions from the leg joint to the seat and the nice tight fitting maloof joints.